It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Rams rock it on quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Rams and the Packers. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Geno now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point, he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career. Not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
In motion, the tight end. Now Flacco. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll toss this out right for Conner. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. That's complete to his running back, Conner. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returning it is Moore. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now Gino. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Fournette running out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 14 carries, 55 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Smith now to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. We had the game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 23. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Smith. And that's checked down to Gordon. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Well, this defense for the Rams, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Smith. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Fournette. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And this time he is in. Yes. Leonard Fournette with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Flacco. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They got to be consistent.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's more on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. That one taken in by Burton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 23, here's 2nd and a yard. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. Flacco looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this is incomplete. Well, the Rams have 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in there.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Christian Barmore providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Throwing now is Gino. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. In motion, Slayton. Back to throw, Smith. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Passing play, Flacco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Smith. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Play action. It's Smith. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7. Flacco off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating off play action, Flacco. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Flacco. Man open. That's Ray McCloud. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They go pass again with Flacco. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Flacco. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
It's the gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Flacco. This complete left side to Aguilar. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Flacco. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Rams. Ray McCloud, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Smith. Quick slant caught by Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Geno now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Geno. Got a man, Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now, pass complete to Moore. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Smith. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Rams. Flacco do on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at about the 14. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with this defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Throwing now is Geno. Dancing to his left, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be fielded at the 17. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They begin on the ground here with Connor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the gun, Flacco. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. To pass, Flacco. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Burton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Passing play, Flacco. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is Connor running right, and they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Packers 41.
Now it's Flacco. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Flacco from the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 18. A good pickup there at 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Flacco. Open man right side is St. Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Flacco. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by McManus is good.
So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Fournette on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Here's Smith. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Smith
finds Pickens outright.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith.
To the sideline and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here's Smith.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Flacco. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Operating off play action. Flacco. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Still 3rd down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Flacco. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Ray McLeod. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packers offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now Geno. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line.
The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 40.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
In motion, Aguilar.
Flacco off play action. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Flacco completes it to Aguilar. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Flacco. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing now is Geno. He's got Slayton on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Smith.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Melvin Gordon, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have regained the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a two-point try.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Passing play, Flacco. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the gut, Fournette. Pushes him aside at the 45. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Finding more on the out route for the completion. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Smith. And it's a Packers touchdown.
George Pickens.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. This is 1st and 10. Now Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Flacco. Connecting with Aguilar.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Setting to throw, Flacco. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Flacco. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Pressure mounting. Flacco. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.